Hello, and today I will be showing off my Project 3. So basically it's a little entrance to the dungeon. You gotta get into the dungeon. So here I have a wood thing to pop up the new instructions or commands, which is E and Q to rotate, which is necessary for up ahead, which is the puzzle to unlock the door. So the puzzle here is you have to use E and Q to rotate. And I have it up on the left to make it a little easier so you can see how much you're rotating. So you could just brute force it, but it would take a while. I do have little hints. So around the map, uh, I have the circles out there, and I have little rocks to show which ore they go in. So what one over there had one. If you look closely, this one has two, and then you have to look around for the third one. And basically, whenever you find that, you try to get as close as possible as long as you have the ore. And I have the trace line so you can see exactly where you're going. So yeah, you just keep using E and Q to rotate. And once you get it right, door here will open and you make your way down to the dungeon. And there's the next level thing right here. I have it turned off for this project since it's the general thing. So here I have my blueprint for the door itself. Basically, I had two custom events for opening and closing the door, and I have a timeline for the door opening and with the rotators and the stack mesh itself to make sure they will open. And I have this if it begin play get world rotation to make sure that no matter how it's rotated initially, it will always open up 90 degrees like it's supposed to. So that goes with the um, puzzle blueprint, which is a huge thing. So basically, the viewport is just the puzzle mechanic, and then I have two functions. One for checking code, where basically it checks code between each of the three stack meshes I have, and if it's true, it sets them to true. And using up here, it checks the code and setting array elements, and after everything's confirmed true, it'll go for the swoop, and if it's still is confirmed true, which is technically false in this case, it'll open the door, and then if it's true, it'll open the door. The rotate function is how the door rotates using the component to add relative rotations, and base rotate value, which I have is 5, and the rotate left condition, which tells you if rotating left or right. And up here is how I have it printing string, and then I have it going to the check code function, which I talked about. And then the event graph here is talking about a interface I have to, in case I want to add more codes, I have a blueprint interface here to be able to do that. So that's that, and that's the thing. There's no real big things in there, other than that. And then over here, I have to make adjustments to the third person character. So in the event graph, I just add the EQ presses, which will set Q is uh, true for rotating left, and then rotating right would be E, so it sets false, and activates, and that activates the interactive puzzle function I have here, which basically is just using the camera to be able to get a trace line, and I have it so you can see the trace line, and then if you hit it, then it'll interact with the puzzle, which goes back to the blueprint for the puzzles. And yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, yeah, that's it. All right, thank you.